Yo, what up, YouTube? Here we go again. It's Anthony Fallon, Tone Setter Sports. Let's talk about the first round draft picks. You know what I'm saying? The first round's over with. We see the Giants done made a splash. Everybody's talking about that. So I'm going to talk about it too. First of all, let me say, this media gets on my nerves, yo. I swear they do. I like the analysts that comes in. I like Mangini and Canty and all of them. But as far as the guys that are part of the media like that, not just the media analysts, they're just spin masters. They just try to take one little thing, like I heard, what's his name, Nick Wright on First Things First. I mean, he just tried he threw for under 60%, and it was like 59.4% on Daniel Jones' completion average, career preaching. Oh, goodness gracious, Daniel Jones' completion percentage for his career at Duke. Sorry for the tongue twister. So you gotta sit back and listen to what Gettleman's saying. He said that Daniel Jones, pretty much, he is a high-end project. He think that he's a high draft grade project in his mind. That's why he drafted him 6th. You know what I'm saying? He drafted him he was the 6th pick in the NFL draft this year. So, and when he explained that he might sit behind Manning for 2 to 3 years. They might be on to something. They shore up the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Get a little the defense. They did that. Whatever, they had drafted a defensive player as well. and Manning, he might be all right. He might got 2 to 3 years. We never know. We only once he put the pieces together to help Manning this year. And I'm pretty sure he will have a better gauge. Manning will have a better gauge if they do everything to make sure that Manning stays upright. And if Manning still can't deliver, then Manning might step down himself, and then Daniel Jones will be sitting for a year. You know what I'm saying? The point is that he's just going to sit, learn the playbook, and practice on his craft. You know what I'm saying? And the point was made that, you know, he might be a franchise quarterback because he played at Duke. He didn't play with the talent. He didn't play with the talent level that Dwayne Haskins played with. Now, that's true. Touche. Now, this is what I kind of disagree with. Although he did play with lesser talent, so his stats don't show his skill set as a passer. Even though he played with lesser talent, he didn't elevate the talent that was on the field with him as a prolific passer, as a lock, as a franchise quarterback going into the first round. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. But I digress. That's just my opinion, you know. And as far as Dwayne Haskins, maybe the reason why the Giants passed up on him, but why? Because he was more pro ready. Now, I can say that I could agree to disagree with that as well, because Dwayne Haskins had high end talent surrounded all around them offensively. I mean, from the running back to the wide receiver position. You know, those guys was fast. They're Ohio State, Alabama. Those two teams are like minor league pro football teams playing in the NCAA. That's what they are. So their talent pool is a notch better above Duke's. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, few notches above Duke's. Blow them out the box. You know, where most of their seniors and juniors are being drafted all up from top to bottom. So that's my thought on that, on this whole thing. And Dwayne Haskins he might be just as overrated. He might not be a first round talent. But I gotta give props to the Redskins. I gotta give props to the Redskins. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm a football fan overall. You know what I'm saying? So the move that they did, they got a hometown dude. They got a hometown guy. He seemed like he has a higher ceiling. So that could be groomed, you know. He might fool us too. He might come in and do all right. You can't expect much from a rookie, right? But he might come in and show his shit, man. There's nothing like having a work ethic and getting your reps up, you know. To master your craft. So yeah, with the Haskins thing, I think that's a good fit. Now the Washington Redskins, they got to continue. They got to get an offensive line. I think they did draft one, if I'm not mistaken. I think if they're not really trying to build this team up, then I'm not going. It's not even worth it. But I think in the second round tonight or this afternoon, they should be trading up to try to get AJ Brown, or they might go with Metcalf, DK Metcalf. They might go with another wide receiver that's out there, because wide receivers is going to be a slept-on position this year, and cornerbacks are going to be a slept-on position. It's a lot of diamonds in the rough in those positions in this draft right now. Right now they are. So that was the biggest. That was the biggest thing, is those two picks in the first round. A team that could be on the cusp of challenging New England if it all comes together. The New York Jets. I think the Jets, from what they've done, they got Lev Bell. They drafted that Quinnen Williams out of Alabama on that defensive line. I think they got an edge rusher as well in the draft, linebacker. You know, did they get Josh Allen? I could be wrong. They might have got Josh Allen. I think they did. I can't remember. I don't have my notes with me right now. But yeah, they showed up their defense. They showed up their defense, man. That was two huge draft picks, and then they still got more draft picks to go, because they need another wide receiver opposite of Robbie Anderson. So I thought so far the Jets are up on everybody in the draft. You know what I'm saying? With New England went against the grain, they drafted a wide receiver in the first round. I don't think Belichick ever done that. I don't think he ever have drafted a wide receiver out of the first round. If so, somebody prove it to me. You know, I'm gonna look it up once I get off this recording. So yeah, really everything else was just pretty much the norm. And the Cardinals, what are they gonna do with Rosen? That shit is stupid. That is, you should have traded that boy, man. And maybe somebody will trade for him. They might hold on to him till next year. Somebody's going to need a quarterback next year, probably. So that could be their thing, and have him as a backup, because you just never know. Kyler Murray might get hurt or whatever. But this brother got to swallow his pride, you know what I'm saying, and take the back seat, possibly. So, yeah, it's kind of messed up. Let's see who else. The Giants. Did they go defensive on their second pick? I think they went defensive on their second pick. So, and I think they got a lineman. That they got Dexter Lawrence. Not a bad pick though. I had Dexter Lawrence on my draft board for the Cowboys, even though I know they wasn't going to get him. But defensive linemen are at a plethora this year. Defense, period. This year, if you can't load up on talent in this draft on defense and post rookie free agents, man, y'all are not doing your job, man. It's some excuse me, I got allergies. It's some talent out there, man. Some of it has to be groomed. You know, they have to be polished up, but that's why you have coaches. So yeah, that's my thoughts so far on the first round. So, but that's it, man. This is Anthony Fallon. I gotta handle some business. It's Tone Setter Sports. I will get back with you about some more draft previews, reviews in a few minutes, or later tonight. Peace.